The lantern keeper. The sea stretched endlessly under the soft glow of the moon, its gentle waves lapping against the wooden pier. In the quiet coastal village of Lirith, the night was settling in, wrapping the town in its cool embrace. Lanterns, scattered along the cobbled streets, flickered to life one by one, their golden light reflecting off the windows of stone cottages. Elias, the lantern keeper, walked his familiar path through the village, a small oil lantern swinging gently from his hand. His steps were slow, deliberate. This was a ritual he had performed every evening for years, long before most of the villagers had even been born. Some spoke of him as a mystery, a quiet figure who appeared only at dusk and vanished before dawn. But they all knew his work, for it was his lanterns that bathed their streets in warmth and comfort. He paused at the first lantern, an old iron post standing at the heart of the village square. With practiced ease, he lifted the glass pane, touched the flame to the wick, and watched as light bloomed into the darkness. The glow stretched outward, reaching the shop fronts, the wooden benches, the ancient well at the square's centre. The village of Lirith was small, nestled between the rolling hills and the vast ocean. It had always been a place of quiet souls fishermen, bakers, weavers and storytellers. Life moved slowly here, like the tide, predictable yet comforting in its rhythm. And each night, Elias ensured that rhythm remained undisturbed, lighting the way for those who wandered home late, for the sailors returning from distant shores, and for the dreamers who gazed at the sea, searching for something beyond the horizon. As he moved from lantern to lantern, Elias listened to the night. The distant murmur of waves, the rustling of leaves as the wind drifted through the narrow streets, the occasional creak of a wooden sign swaying above a closed shop. It was a symphony of quietness, a lullaby for the village. At the farthest edge of town, he reached the final lantern. This one stood alone at the end of the pier, taller than the rest, its glass panes worn by the salty air. It was the most important of them, a beacon for those at sea, a light to guide them home. He knelt beside it, hands steady as he struck the flame. The lantern flared to life, its glow reflecting on the water below. The waves carried the light outward, rippling in golden trails toward the horizon. Elias exhaled, feeling the night settle around him. He sat on the wooden pier, lantern still in hand, watching the world breathe. The scent of salt mixed with the distant fragrance of lavender drifting down from the hills. He often wondered if the lanterns held more than just lightif. They carried whispers of old stories, memories of those who had walked these streets before him. Perhaps their glow was a bridge between past and present, a quiet reassurance that nothing was ever truly lost to the night. A soft breeze stirred, and Elias leaned back, gazing at the sky. The stars shimmered, distant lanterns in the vast darkness. Somewhere beyond the waves, beyond the reach of his light, the world continued, vast and unknown. But here, in this small village by the sea, all was well. The lanterns burned, the village slept, and the night held its quiet promise. And in their golden glow, Elias, too, finally allowed himself to rest.